everybody. Welcome to the Panic Button. I'm Nina.
Well, howdy, hi, neighbor. I'm Jesse.
Today we're reacting to another lovely Lillytino video because he's just him.
I hope you guys know that I try really hard for you every time, and this is the kind of thing that makes it really hard to keep going.
It does indeed.
It looks like Lillytino's trying to airbend in this Wendy's outfit, or security outfit. Sorry.
You know it's going to be bad.
Water, fire, earth. Sorry. Go ahead.
Are you Captain Planet?
No, the Avatar. You don't.
I know what you're talking about.
No, you think blue people probably, but they're not blue.
Okay. I saw the movie.
That doesn't count. No. That's terrible.
M. Night Shyamalan.
No. Everyone in the audience, tell her no. We watch the animated series. We do not watch the movie. We do not talk about the movie.
Okay, we don't talk about it. Ready? Let's.
We don't talk about that terrible movie.
Right.
Whoa. This is the trans-free bathroom, okay? Are you trans? You have to tell me if you are. Trans test number 1. Do you use pronouns? Got a live one here? Give me your arm. Estrogen meter.
Everyone uses pronouns. What kind of pants are you wearing? Who told you your hair looked good like that? I have a number of questions. You're scaring me. At least oh my God, it would really not bother me if you tried a little bit harder. Not nary a bit of eyeliner, not nary some blush, not even a wing. Not a wing. Not a gloss, not a hairspray, not a nothing.
You're right, everyone does use pronouns.
Yes.
So what the fuck?
It's if you select your pronouns. There's a difference. Everyone uses pronouns. She. Mm-hmm. You are she. She is your pronoun.
Yeah.
Not because you choose it, but because you look
like a
she. And so people are going to refer to you as she. Just like I look like a she. And sometimes people say they over there because they don't know or they haven't really seen it yet, so they can't make a good call, right? I'm not saying that they're wrong about people using they sometimes, but they don't. No one ever uses they to refer to a singular person once they know who they're talking about.
Yes, that's true.
Everyone uses pronouns. Guess what? Not to be spilling personal stuff, but my mom literally teaches people to speak English.
Yeah, I wonder how that works in Spanish.
Yeah, my mom's first language is Spanish. Her entire job is ESL. English is a second language. It's not just people who speak Spanish. It's people who speak Arabic. It's people who speak any language learning English. So,
in other languages, they have male and female.
Gendered language.
They have gendered language. They don't have non-gendered language when they're referring to people, do they?
They usually have words that they can language that refers to you or they, just like we have they. Mm-hmm. But it's still not it's referring to a group of people. It's not referring to one individual.
Right. How would you teach a language if you were to be a woke, inclusive person?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that just be confusing?
I don't know. I didn't go to school for it. My mom did.
I think it'd be confusing.
I'm just saying we all use pronouns. I know some basic stuff.
God, you're full of testosterone. No, wait, that's upside down. Does this flag mean anything to you? I'm going to need some backup here. Now, talking to this trans voice.
Bro looks like my high school gym teacher.
I don't know what the point of this is because, these aren't the things that we even begin to look at. You even said that you're a non-passable trans person. So it's not us thinking, oh my God, your testosterone's so high. Oh my God, you have a trans voice. Oh my God. It's none of this. It's because you look like a man.
You look like a man.
You talk like a man.
It's true. We don't need the security guard to tell us that you're a man. We could see it. We have eyes and we have ears. He's trying to make a mockery of the fact that women don't want him in our bathroom.
Right.
Well, respect goes two ways. And you disrespected us first by all the content that you created at the beginning. And now you're just doubling down on being a fool, trying to mock women. We don't need the security guard. Yeah, and we don't need testosterone.
Well, we're definitely not going to have a security guard that looks like you, sir.
Yeah.
Checker, that can't be right. So are you tucked right now or something? It's a pretty good tuck. How do you get it so flat? Well, if you're not trans, what's this? A tampon? No, it's a pad. When was the last time you shaved your face? Is that a beard? Is that a beard? I'm gonna need you to take one of these. But I'm not pregnant. Exactly what a trans would say. What's this in my pocket?
I'm really, really cringing right now hard. It's very, very bad. And boy, is he reminding me of my gym teacher. A lot. There was a woman, but she looked a lot like a man, and she always wore really high-waisted shorts.
Those pants are disgusting, by the way. They're like cinched up, elastic banded pants, and they're terrible, and I hate them for everything they are.
And why do you have a tampon? Like, where did you get a tampon from? Oh,
He wants to offer them to women.
The women's bathroom. I'm sure he got the tampon right from the women's bathroom. It's like, I could use this as a prop to mock women in my next TikTok.
He probably also carries them around to like engage in conversation with women who don't want to engage in conversation with him.
Like Dylan Mulvaney?
Yeah.
Because he does the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
I'd like to challenge Lillytino. Tell us, without looking it up, how a tampon is used exactly. What is it used for? What does it do? Most men, they have no idea. They're like completely baffled by a tampon.
I mean, I think, most men don't have a very good idea of what people use anything for when they don't use them themselves. But I think most men have an idea. It's a cork.
I watched a TikTok where someone was showing these guys how a tampon works, and they were just completely mind-boggled by it.
Well, I don't know much about men, and all I know is I've had to use tampons. So.
They're like, how do you get it out of there? What if it gets stuck? What if you lose the cord?
I mean, if you don't know, then you should probably go back to school.
Do they teach guys that in school?
I mean, you have health class, so they should.
I don't think they taught us about tampons in health class.
I don't know if they specifically taught. I think they did. I think they did explain to us what tampons were.
Well, the more you know. All right, let's get back to Crunch Fest.
Gin, oh, do you want it? It's over here. Oh, it's over here. Oh, come get it. Come get it. And how's your polycule doing? I'm monogamous? Sure you are. Well, if you're not trans, let's arm wrestle. Let's see those big trans muscles. Come on. Trans, definitely trans. Yes, trans. Whoa. This is a trans-free.
Starting to think that maybe he has some sort of fetish for women's bathrooms.
Starting?
It seems to be a thing with these guys that aren't even trying to pass.
None of these things are what people are looking for going into a bathroom anyways. It's all he has no actual sense of what's funny and what's not. He thinks it's hilarious, and probably really liberal people do too, but like most normal people don't even have these perceptions about people. They're just worried about people like you taking pictures. And here you are again, outside of a woman's bathroom recording.
If a woke liberal thinks that a man who says he's a woman is a woman, then a woke liberal also thinks that something that is woke funny is actually funny. So everything is the opposite.
Imagine you're trying to get into the bathroom and this fool's been kicked out of them. So instead of going in, he's now standing outside just filming. I'd lose it. I would absolutely lose it.
Why stand and pee in the ladies' room unless
Well, he's
you wanted
standing
to make
outside now because he knows he's not allowed inside. He's going to get into more trouble filming inside. So now he's filming outside of the bathroom because that's public areas, isn't it?
No, if I heard someone stand peeing in the stall next to me, I'd think that they were like, they had really long legs and they were just hovering really high.
I would expect to see someone like Gollum sitting on the fucking toilet, like feet on lid.
Yeah.
Squatting down with their cooch aimed right in the center.
Cooch.
Well, I'm trying to not get us demonetized. Is that not a safe word?
No, I just like it. It's funny.
The cooch.
Yeah. It's like once a lot of people started saying that trans women are women, and if men say that they're women, then they are women. It's like every one of those people forgot that creeps existed.
They just thought that creeps wouldn't show up for this, but they show up for anything.
Like, how old are you then? Because you have to be, like, even toddlers have met creepy men at some point or another.
You have what do you call it? Like detrimental optimism that people are good.
Like a blind faith?
Yeah.
It's like trans, the only identity where creeps aren't involved in.
Well, why would they be creeps? They're just trying to live their life, right? That's what they say. I don't agree with that. But that's what they say, and it doesn't make much sense because you can still be a creep and trying to live your life. Just like you can try to live your life and be a murderer. I'm not saying you should because it's illegal, but you can still try. But just try to live your life.
But these woke people say fight the patriarchy. Men are bad.
Unless it's the patriarchy in a dress. Then we like them. Then they're our friends.
Right. But if the guy identifies as a woman, well, then he's not part of the patriarchy.
It's like a Trojan horse. I'm sure all the men in our audience know about the Trojan horse, right? All these homies got inside this wooden horse and they were like, oh, it's a gift. It's just a gift. Let us inside. And then they did, and then they attacked and killed everyone.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, the enemies would never do anything like that to us.
So instead of a horse, you have a giant woman, and that's actually just a trans woman. But they're like, no, I'm a woman. But inside is a man who's going to take over everything you have. So it's the Trojan horse, the Transian horse.
The people who should be the least blind faith about this should be women, because they're the ones that get taken advantage of by men the most. But somehow, some way,
sorry,
these men and these women have convinced other people that, like, what if every single man in America stopped identifying as a man and started identifying as a woman? Does that mean that we fought and won the patriarchy?
It means
There's no more
lost.
patriarchy?
We all lost. Women as a whole. Rip bozo.
Because at that point, like, that would be the way for men to really take over, pretty much.
There's a Trojan horse.
It would be the way to really convince all Democrats and everyone on the left.
You're never going to get every man to do that, though.
I know. This is a hypothetical. But if you really wanted to get one over on people on the left, you would just have every man identify as a woman. Then they can't bitch about the patriarchy because it no longer exists, right? Because every CEO that's a male would now be a woman. So women, well, they would think women would be winning, but men would still be winning. They're just going along with your retarded philosophy and getting one over on you. It's like there's a Super Bowl between the woke people and men.
There's a soup bowl between the woke people and men.
A Super Bowl.
A soup bowl.
And the left writes down every single play that they're going to do in order to win this game against the men.
Split pea soup.
But then what they do is they just hand over the playbook and say, here's how you beat us.
They give us the soup.
Yeah. And then the men beat them and then say, we never saw the playbook. You never handed it to us in the first place.
Steal our soup and tell us to suck a fat one.
Yeah.
That's the soup
I don't
bowl.
understand how you could be so dumb. You mean you have to be so stupid in order to believe that these guys are just all honest and kind and not creepy at all?
I think the downfall of especially straight women is their faith in men.
Yeah, but what side of the spectrum are we talking about? Are we talking about the
both? Both.
The woke ladies, they are against men, though.
But they
most
have
of the time.
They still have some faith in the men who identify as women.
Well, because those aren't men to them; those are women.
But they still believe in them despite the fact that they have male genitals.
Right, because that's not a male genitalia. That's just an outie vagina.
How many mothers have you seen hide their sons when they were murderers? You know, women have such a soft spot for some men. It's like concerning.
Or PDF files.
It's concerning.
Like wives and stuff, and sisters.
It's concerning.
It's very concerning. It's the reason why women will always lose against men, regardless of what it is. There are two things. Number one, women are easily manipulated. And number two, we're physically weaker. Now, if we can get all those dumbass bitches on the left to use their goddamn brains and see reality for what it is and stop being so empathetic, maybe we would have a fighting chance of being more equal in our society with men. But we will never do that because they're going to keep retarding, and because of that, they'll keep letting the men win because they gave men the loophole, the biggest loophole you could ever give them to get one over on women, which is self-ID.
Yeah, we all know Lillytino over here is just a rage baiter anyways, just begging for attention. So congratulations, Lillytino. Here's your another dose of attention. I'd be really curious to find out if he goes around and like watches all the videos that get put out about him, because he seems like that kind of guy.
Another thing is I've noticed a pattern when it comes to these guys who obviously do not pass as trans women at all, is they always do OnlyFans, some sort of pornographic content. And I'm wondering one of two things. Is this a constant kind of perversion, kink, or are they just following in the steps of modern women, which is a lot of modern women are doing OnlyFans nowadays. Which one is it? You can let us know in the comments below because that's a question I would really like to have answered.
I think it's perversion. I don't think it's because women are doing it. I think they were probably doing it regardless, and then they finally found a niche where they'll actually get people watching, and then they run with it.
So what you're saying is that their whole trans thing isn't trans, it's autogynephilia, it's a kink perversion.
And it's a niche where there's actual attention. It's not just a dude touching himself. Like, people actually go and seek out, like, I think they said that one of the top watched content on the Hub, I'll call it the Hub so we don't get any issues. But one of the top watched contents on the Hub is content involving trans individuals. So it is sought after content.
By who?
By freaky men.
By freaky men, yes. And those are the same guys who are coming into our bathroom and are on the head of school. They're the head of school boards. They're the CEOs of American companies.
They're working at security companies.
Yep, they're fathers. As he has there. I know a personal story of someone who works in security. They're not trans, but oh my God, they did something fucked up, and it was a man. And they are teachers. They are your coffee baristas. They are people that you run into every day, and they're freaks. Yeah,
and they're twisted, and you have to keep yourself safe out there.
You do. And if you're a woman, you gotta, I would say, be very cautious around your liberal female friends.
Male friends, too.
Liberal male friends and female friends, yes, of course. But when it comes to the liberal female friends, they're not going to give you great advice when it comes to anything. Because if they can't see that a man is pretending to be a woman and he's actually like a creep, he's not actually trans. If they can't like see that, just it's so obvious, like Lillytino here, and they're just willing to take, and they're just willing to buy in to
the latest trend,
or buy into a guy saying that he's a woman and being like, okay, now you're a woman. If they're willing to do that, that means that there's something wrong in their head, and it can be a very dangerous combination. One day, if you end up in a weird situation and they're involved, or even as an outsider, it's just, I would never be friends with a liberal lady because I couldn't even have a normal conversation with her. She could be telling me about her day, and she could be saying, yeah, like went out with like Stacy, and then like I was in the bathroom and this woman was in there and she's giving me this really weird look, and then she kept following me. It's like, what is a woman? Like what woman is doing that? Like, is there a stalker? Are you talking to some girl's boyfriend? Is that why she's being weird? And like the whole time it's just a guy. But how the hell would how would I know that? I wouldn't know that. So it's like you can't even have normal conversations with these people. And if they're willing to believe something that ridiculous, that any man who says he's a woman is a woman, then what other kind of ridiculous things are they believing in? You know, most of these people have this weird Trump derangement syndrome, which I think should be in the DSM-6, because it really is some sort of weird thing going on. I mean, I heard the story of this lady who she couldn't even go on vacation and enjoy herself because anytime she heard the name Trump, saw him on TV, it just like completely ruined her vacation. And I just wanted to slap that silly, because it's like you can afford a vacation and you're purposefully making yourself miserable. Like, you can choose not to be miserable about Trump. Just stop obsessing. But you have to first realize that you are obsessing. But if they can't even realize that, there's a whole bunch of other things they can't realize. And they're also not living in reality. And then they're believing things from people that you obviously shouldn't believe because these people are known to lie. And it's like, why would you even want to talk to these people? I mean, I guess if it's family, okay, don't talk about politics and stuff, but I wouldn't want to trust this person like with my life or with secrets. I just wouldn't trust them to give me good advice. Nothing. I wonder how people do it. How do you navigate that if you are not living in this woke utopia illusion?
Are you actually asking?
Yeah.
I do it on the daily.
Yeah.
Because I work in a...
You're thinking a lot of things in your head, but you're saying things that like...
Passive.
Just to get through the day.
Passive things. And I also think that, just generally speaking, I'm a more middle-minded person. Not by an intense degree, but I'm more middle-minded than you.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, just generally. So I try to come from that approach, but I also try not to say anything that I would consider fighting words. You know what I mean? Like something that's going to start tension.
Well, because you know that they're more sensitive, so you know exactly what not to say.
I know not to say things that would trigger people in the comments.
Who are sensitive.
Not even just like in our
'Cause they are
comments,
all
in comments
sensitive.
in general. And so I will choose to walk away from those things. However, I will still approach topics. I've had conversations with almost every liberal person I work with about politics, and almost never have we gotten into a fight because I'm not someone who's looking to be right. I want you to hear my side. You can say I'm wrong, and we can talk about those things. I'm not going to snap at you. I'm not going to say you're an idiot. I'm going to say, well, this is my perspective. And now you tell me yours. And then, well, I don't agree with this part of it. There's some things that I won't sit there and tell them that they're mentally unwell. I'm not going to bully someone. I have respect for my common individuals.
Yeah.
But if I don't agree with something, I'm going to say something.
Okay. Question.
Oh, the one time when
Yeah.
I really didn't want to hurt someone's feelings because I just didn't want to have the conversation, I sat there and said, you see, the things that matter to me don't matter to you, and the things that matter to you don't matter to me. So us having this conversation is a waste of time.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be happy. I'm not going to be happy. We don't agree on a lot of things. I'm just telling you right now. And that person did not take it well.
So they're definitely not someone that you would go hang out with.
Oh, not normally, no. Maybe like
Because you wouldn't have
in a group setting, going out to like a party or something. You know what I mean?
But what if they were all with that mentality and you were the only one that wasn't?
No. I have a good diverse group of people, so I think that makes it like less of a problem. But if everyone was of the same mindset, no, I wouldn't do that in any situation. Though, if everyone was super conservative, I probably wouldn't show up either. It gets annoying after a while to hear people sucking off Trump.
Oh, well, like conservatives don't always have to be MAGA obsessive.
No, but the alternative, like the equal match, is Trump sucker.
Oh, when you're talking about on the extremes?
Yeah. You either have someone who's so sensitive that they can't handle something that's a little mean, or you have someone who's so Trump heavy that you can't have a conversation about anything that Trump's doing wrong because everything he does is so amazing.
They defend it.
Yeah.
So they have a blind faith in Trump, just like these liberals have a blind faith in anyone who says they're trans.
That's the mirrored alternative. That is in my opinion, that's the mirror.
Yeah.
Because if you can't look at him and say, nah, he does some fucked up shit.
Or has.
Or could. That doesn't make you. And I'm not saying that I don't have. I voted for him, and I'm hoping that it was the right choice. But at the same time, if he does something wrong, I'm gonna call it out. And we've had conversations. And if he does something good, we're also gonna talk about that. Mm-hmm. But I didn't put my entire life savings down on Trump.
Right.
I put my faith into Trump to try and put this country in a better position. I did not believe in Kamala. There was not a chance that she was gonna do anything for me.
Well, they were saying like that he's against democracy. And if you vote for him, you're getting rid of democracy. But they didn't hold a primary, and that's democratic. So they were pretty much telling
they took away the democratic option.
Yeah. So they were actually doing something incredibly hypocritical to their side while saying that the opposition side was doing something that was the opposite of democratic. Uh-huh. But they actually held primaries on the oh my God, I can't talk.
I know what you mean.
They were holding primaries. They were doing democratic shit on the right, but on the left, they were doing stuff like not democratic.
Yeah, they selected Trump off of a vote. We all, because we were talking,
Yeah.
we know Vivek was in the running. We know that, what was J.D. Vance was in the running. Mm-hmm. You have a bunch of people that you knew were in the running, but we only got Biden and then we got Kamala. Those were the only options from the other side.
Yeah, so who made that decision?
I'm sorry, but I'm not voting for someone who was forced down my throat.
That's not democratic.
I didn't even like Trump. But between everything that was going on and the way they were handling it, it was almost like they were testing to see if they could just shove someone down our throats and we'd accept it.
Yeah.
It's almost like they had won for so long.
But they did. They did accept it.
But it's almost like they'd won for so long that they thought the country would accept it. And a lot of us were not going to do that.
Blind faith once again. Dummies.
As much as I don't love Trump, because I don't. I tolerate him most days. As much as I don't love Trump, I hated everything that they were doing.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, here's your one option. Okay, well, no thanks.
No, that's not very democratic. You know what? I am always suspicious of anybody. Doesn't matter who it is. It could be you. It could be someone that I don't know. But I'm always suspicious of someone who goes so hard on pointing away from themselves and towards someone else and really doubling down on how awful that person is, or they're doing something and they're so harping on it that I start to really question those people.
And their
'Cause it's like,
intentions.
yeah. Because there's something very suspicious about that.
So anyways, fuck Lillytino.
Yeah, screw that dude.
You're a weirdo and you're ruining the trans cause. And there are people out there who deserve to go into those facilities. I'm not saying that I agree with them, but they deserve it because they respect it. They respect women and they respect their facilities. And in that situation versus what you're doing, they deserve to be able to go into that bathroom. You're taking that away from them, though. You're taking their comfort away. You're taking the things that you say that they deserve away from them because you're greedy and selfish.
I don't want any men in my bathroom, but that's where we disagree.
I don't really want them in there either, but you can't say that the people who are respectful don't deserve it more than the Lillytino.
Well, the people who were doing the trans thing before the Lillytinos and the self-ID, no one talked about the bathroom thing because it wasn't an issue. But they had to give that self-ID thing right into law, right? They had to push that shit so far down our throats. And now all the creeps are claiming to be trans. And they're on the left trying to tell us that they're not creeps.
I don't want men in my bathroom either. However, I can see someone like Blair White coming into the bathroom and not causing a stink and having genuinely zero issues with it. You know what I mean?
Well, then I guess you would say the rational trans individuals never caused an issue to begin with. It's these weirdos who make a big stink and just show themselves for who they are the ones that are going to ruin it for all of them.
I'll ask you and I'll ask the audience. If we had gatekeeping where a doctor had to sign off after a year of therapy on you transitioning, would you be more comfortable with trans women in the bathroom?
No.
Why?
Because I don't want men in my bathroom.
Well, that's fair, but what?
I don't trust any man, okay?
I agree.
So just because they've gone through the steps. See, we've already opened the gate. There's no closing it. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube like they say. So there's no way. Like before, I was fine with it because it wasn't a big deal. But now I've seen too much. And now I'm like, no. And I've always said this, and I will say this again. The thing that will be the incredible downfall of the trans movement and all that gobbledygook is the trans themselves and the allies. Those bad actors in that group, they're going to be the ones who are going to be bitching at everyone, being like, how dare you? We're so oppressed, and they're so oppressed. And it's like, you fools did it to yourselves. You can't blame it on, and you're going to try to blame it on other people, but we're just going to say you did it to yourselves anyway, and we're not going to give a crap. You think we're going to feel bad? I'm not going to feel bad. I didn't do anything.
Especially not when the voice of your movement is Lillytino.
Exactly.
And Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah, not a very good look. Not a good look at all. You're better off
Anyways.
with Laverne Cox. Anyway, yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your coffee. Enjoy your turkey. And if you don't eat turkey, enjoy your
Thanksgiving Day Parade.
veggies. Your Macy's Day Parade. Hopefully there were no drag queens in it because that's never fun. You
I
know?
guess we'll find out with you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Hopefully there won't be anything bad happening. There's usually something bad happens.
I'm going to ask you guys in the comments to name one thing you're thankful for. I'm thankful for Nina. She's my baby.
I'm thankful for you.
You're my baby.
Bye, everybody.
We're thankful for you guys, too.
Creeping, crawling.